What's up guys, George here from Zero Productions, and today I wanted to do a bit of a discussion video about Let's Plays and Let's Players, and more specifically, the stigma that I've noticed against Let's Players lately. Not only from other YouTubers who aren't in the gaming community, but even within the gaming community of YouTube as well. And I thought it was definitely worth discussing since I'm personally someone who does create a lot of Let's Play style content, and I've been trying to branch out more into other stuff like reviews or spotlights and stuff like that, but in the end I really do enjoy making Let's Play style content, and I enjoy a lot of Let's Play style content, so the fact that there is this stigma, I just thought it would be nice to kind of sit down and discuss my thoughts, my feelings, and even some of my interactions with people who have these sort of preconceived notions. I guess to start off, I do want to talk about a bit of my personal experience. There is a YouTube space here in New York City, and for those of you who don't know, it's just this really cool space here in New York where YouTube has their own offices. They have sets, studios, pretty much everything a creator could want. And creators who sign up and use this space have access to all that stuff. YouTube also holds a lot of workshops there, a lot of classes, and even a lot of parties. And I went to one of these parties recently, and I've been to a few of them before. And when you go to these parties, obviously you have like a name tag, and you put your name on it, your channel name on it. It's just a really cool experience, and usually you'll mingle, you'll meet people, you'll meet other creators, other YouTubers, and they always ask what you do, you always ask what they do, and usually, like, everyone's very friendly. Everyone's like, oh, you do games, that's awesome, like, what kind of games do you play, what kind of videos do you make, is there anything you really like doing, any games you're looking forward to? Even people who aren't gamers necessarily, but just know like a bit about gaming in general, they're usually pretty receptive, really friendly, really open, willing to like find out more about Let's Plays in general, even if they don't really have too much of an interest in it or watch any of it. But then every now and then you run into that one guy or that one person and you'll say, oh yeah, I'm a gamer, and in my case, I don't even say I'm a Let's Player. I just say, I'm from Zero Productions, I do gaming and comedy, and you'll run into that one guy who's like, oh, you do games? You're a gamer? Like, it's like, oh, you're one of those people. And they say it with that tone even, which is just the most surprising part. It's like, even if you don't necessarily respect the field, at least pretend. Don't immediately get hostile with me about it. And at the party that I was at recently, this happened. Like, I just introduced myself, like, he asked what my channel was, and I said, yeah, I'm George from Zero Productions, gaming, comedy, a lot of fun stuff. And he says, oh, you're a gamer. And then immediately said, so what makes you different from every other Let's Player out there? Because there's a lot of them. And I'm just standing there, I'm like, I'm gonna be friendly about it because I'm not gonna get into a fight at a party, but why the hostility? So after talking a bit about the channel, because he had asked, I asked him what his channel was about, and he said he did a lot of prank videos. Obviously I didn't say anything, but alright, so what's the difference here? You come up to me and ask what makes me different from any other gamer out there. Why? I didn't ask him what makes you different from any other prank channel out there. I don't do that for anyone. Like, every genre on YouTube, just almost every genre on YouTube has legitimacy to it, it has a following, and there's so many different ways that you can take any sort of channel that it's not fair to single out like one genre of YouTube and act like everyone there is very generic, very closed-minded, and very stuck in their ways, and they're all very similar. I don't really have that generalization about any other type of YouTuber. I don't go up to vloggers and say, what makes you different from any other vlogger out there? I don't go up to prank channels and say, what makes you different from any other prank channel out there? Because it's unnecessary, it doesn't need to be said. It's like, if someone gains a following, it's because clearly their audience is connecting with them on some level. Whatever type of videos they make, if they have a following, it's because someone out there, and obviously multiple people out there, share an interest, have some sort of connection with this person, and watch for that reason. So there's really just no need to have this sort of hostility. And it's something that I've never really understood. I don't know why it exists. I guess there might just be preconceived notions about Let's Players, about gamers in general. And honestly, I always find that I'm one of the very few people who goes to these events who is a gamer, which maybe people are just worried about that social stigma and they don't want to get into it. But like I said, by and large, most of the time when I go to these events, everyone's very friendly about it, but you do run into that one person every now and then who's like, oh, well, what makes you special? It's like, well, you know what, don't ask me. But my audience certainly finds something attractive about the content that I make, so that's that. One of the reasons I don't even use the term Let's Play or Let's Player is just because of the stigma that I've noticed. And you find some people who like Let's Plays and like the term Let's Plays, and you'll find other people who are like, oh, Let's Play. And even though it could be Let's Play style content, they like it more if the term isn't used at all, which is something that I've noticed, and one of the reasons why I don't really use the term Let's Play at all. Because for some people it's great, and for some other people it's just something they avoid. And I don't know why. Maybe it is because there are so many channels out there that brand themselves as Let's Players. But either way, it's just sort of unfortunate, and I just don't think it's necessary. I think that on YouTube there's so many different types of channels out there, even within a certain genre, that there's no need to start singling out like a certain genre of YouTube. And look at gaming, for instance. Like, you have so many different types of channels out there. You have all these Let's Players, but then you also have the more unique channels. You have stuff like Game Theory, where they really analyze stuff, and you wouldn't really compare them to a Let's Player now, would you? I mean, yes, they do streams, they do some types of Let's Plays, but still, it's just, there's so much diversity even within a field like gaming, that there's no need to make generalizations at all, and it really is just unnecessary and unfortunate that there is a stigma to begin with at all. Honestly, I wonder if there is some sort of jealousy aspect to it, and a lot of these other genres on YouTube are trying to single out gaming and push it to the side because they don't necessarily understand it, or because they see how many subscribers some of these people have. Look at PewDiePie, for example. 2 years ago, he became the most subscribed channel on YouTube, and he continued to grow since then. No one has surpassed him. The guy has 40 million subscribers now. Whether you like his content or not, you have to recognize that gaming has a huge hold on YouTube, and it's this huge aspect to it. YouTube just launched YouTube gaming as well, and while it's not as successful as Twitch just yet, because Twitch has been around for a while, it's gaining a lot of traction, it's bringing in a lot of people. There's a lot of legitimacy to it. I don't see why we have to create these notions that Let's Players don't work hard, or that they're just very generic, or that they all do the same thing. I don't think there's any need for it at all. I just don't see why we need to have hostility towards any type of channel on YouTube. And yes, obviously there's stuff that I'm not a huge fan of. And while I might not like it, that's not to say that other people don't like it. And while, you know, everyone might not find what I do entertaining, or might not like the way that I do things, I'm okay with that. That's fine if you're not a fan of my stuff. But that doesn't mean you should write off what I do, or what hundreds of thousands of other people do, and just push it to the side, like you can all just lump all of them together. It's just, I don't know, I just don't understand it, and maybe it's because I've been a gamer just about all my life, because I enjoy Let's Plays, because I watch a lot of Let's Play channels. But let me know what you think about Let's Plays, Let's Players, the term, the practice, any of it, because I'm really just interested in seeing what other people have to say. Obviously, a lot of people who watch me like Let's Plays, otherwise they really wouldn't be watching, but at the same time, I just find it really odd that there is this sort of preconceived notion against a group of YouTubers that have obviously made it on YouTube and have done very well for themselves. So let me know what you think, because I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this matter. Honestly, it just really bugged me the other day when this guy came up to me and he's like, oh, well, what makes you unique? What makes you special? Why should I watch you over any other Let's Player out there? When the same thing can be said about just about any other genre on YouTube, like I said previously. But let me know what you think. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because I've been doing Let's Plays, because I watch a lot of Let's Players, and it's something that I'm really ingrained in. But let me know. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, if you do have any insight into why there is this preconceived notion. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.